Hi, class. So this is Chapter 1, Introduction to Business Analytics, and you'll find all the slides linked on the syllabus itself. Okay, so this is Chapter 1 from the textbook. You can follow along from the slides as well. All right, so this first, we're going to start with an example. The example is of Cincinnati Zoo. So zoos in the United States depend quite a bit on taxpayer funding, and as you can imagine, there are sometimes they have to fight for money. Their politicians, when they come to power, they'd want to cut funding for these things and ask them to be self-reliant. So basically, the zoo decided to do exactly that. Decided to become self-reliant and increase their sales. So earlier, what they used to do was they used to depend on advertising. So they'd have things like billboards, TV advertising. They used to have online ads and stuff. And mostly they did not get the kind of returns they were looking for. They weren't able to become self-sufficient. So because of this, what they did was they tried to move to a different route. They tried using business analytics. Okay, so with business analytics, what they wanted to do, they got all this data about their ticket sales, about sales of things that they sell inside the zoo. Like they had food stalls, they have like souvenir shops, they sell all these stuffed toys. So parents, if they like, if their kid or something takes a liking to a particular animal, particular snake or something, they buy a stuffed toy of that snake or monkey or whatever it is. And so they got all this data on the sales, and they tried to see, like, okay, how best they could improve their sales through all these things. So once they did all this, they had some surprising results. So one of the things they found out was that they were making quite a bit of money off ice cream. And the food stalls, people started coming to the food stalls all through the day. But just for the ice creams, that started increasing like towards the end of the day, especially during summer months, which was surprising. They were expecting, that all these things would peak sometime maybe in the afternoon or something like that. But what they said was that towards the end of the day, right when they're stopping the ice cream, that's when people would come. So basically, what they did was they increased the time for the ice cream, like made it an hour longer, and just through this, they were able to increase something like $60,000 uh, per month during the summer. And so they made several small tweaks like this, like even the advertising, they changed to like certain zip codes and removed the advertising for others. And, they removed like slow moving products, they replaced it with faster moving products that the analytics engine was able to predict. And so through this, they actually became self reliant. And in fact, the business analytics engine, through this analytics, they actually got like over a 400% return on investment. So much more than advertising. They were also able to cut the advertising expense quite a bit. Okay, so that is business analytics. This is why people are moving, from advertising into business analytics. Earlier they used to make decisions based on, experience and things like that. But things have really changed now. Now that there's so much information up online, managers don't need to make decisions based on experience so much anymore. Some things they still rely on people's experience, but some other things they're moving to the numbers. So something, say for example, like an older manager might have a lot of experience but might not be able to predict what people your age are going to like, what you do online. They aren't able to predict all those things no matter how much they have experience with. Right, so now that's why things have moved to business analytics. Right, so now there are several examples that your textbook goes over. So now here are examples of different industries using analytics and what they use analytics for. Okay, for example, what banks use it for. Like, say for example, all those credit cards that you get, like they're able to predict fraud and prevent it. So if you use credit cards, might have seen a message pop up on your phone when you're trying to make a purchase, or sometimes when you're not making a purchase. Oh, hey, this purchase happened. Was it you? And here are several other examples. So what I want you to do, I want you to search on Google for an example of one organization, a company, a firm, in one of these industries who are using analytics for these purposes here. All right, so find an example on Google and answer this in Blackboard.